What do you have that has not been given to you?
How I wish the days of glory will come back so that people will die on the pulpit as they are saying those kind of things. Old Testament. I just want you to think. Who told you? A man from southern part of this country.
Tithing is Old Testament.
Abraham operated the grace dimension even before the law was established. It was in that dimension of grace that he met a personality called Melchizedek. And Abraham gave tithes.
Abraham was not under the Old Testament, but Abraham was an idol worshiper.
He's a man that is confused. In fact, we need to pray for him. Needs prayer.
Was he not an idol worshiper? He was worshiping the moon and the stars.
I don't know where strangers came from in the body of Christ that can see what Jesus said. Put it on the screen. Who want to use scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye pay the tithe of mint, of anise and cumin, and have omitted the weightier matters of the law, judgment, mercy, and faith. This ought ye to have done, and not to have to leave the order. No, that means pay your tithe. Don't go to an extreme and say, okay, we are no longer paying tithe. No, he said, it's the great master, except your authority is superior to that of Jesus. That's why you can nullify this. I don't know where strangers came from in the body of Christ that can see what Jesus said, and a mortal is still speaking. How I wish the days of glory will come back so that people will die on the pulpit as they are saying those kind of blasphemies.
Now let's look at a quick view of Matthew 23, where Jesus spoke emphatically about the tithe. What is Jesus saying there specifically? Now listen carefully, everybody. Look at me. You know, some people are funny. They say Jesus there is commanding people to give tithe. Even Jesus said you should pay tithe. Sometimes you just need prayer for some people's hypocrisy, deceitfulness, or illiteracy, whichever is not forgiving. You need prayer. It's either deceit or hypocrisy, or pure ignorance. And if you're ignorant, don't talk authoritative. Don't be authoritative when you are ignorant. Let people know you don't know. Don't speak like an authority. And if you're hypocritical, well, or deceitful, is one of them. How can you say Jesus was commanding people to pay tithe in Matthew 23 when he started the statement with woe? Woe. He didn't even start with good morning. Woe. Are we here? Now, was Jesus commanding anybody to give tithe? Remember, they were doing tithe before Jesus came. It was what they were doing before he came. That's why I say, woe unto you hypocrites. You are taking care of tithe, which is a lesser matter, and you're overlooking the weightier matters of the law. Woe unto you hypocrites. So it wasn't Jesus who brought the idea. It was their practice before Jesus arrived the scene. Are we still in the building? So Matthew 23, the first thing Jesus did here should not be lost. He says, you have omitted the weightier matters. That should not be lost. You have omitted the weightier matters of the law. So Jesus identified tithing as of the law. Jesus identified tithing as of the law. If you ignore that reality, you are plain dishonest. Jesus identifies tithing as belonging to what? The law.
In Matthew 23, Jesus was speaking to the Pharisees and the Sadducees under the law, and he said, you have left the heavier matters of the law, which means tithing under the law is not even an important matter. It's not even an important matter. He indicted them, you have left the heavier matters of the law. These heavier matters you ought to have done and not leave the other undone. So tithing is part of the it's not part of the heavier matters of the law. Heavier matters of the law is law, love, compassion, kindness towards others, not tithe. And even that, when Jesus said that, he was rebuking the Pharisees for hypocrisy. He was not endorsing tithe. If he was endorsing it, he would have received tithe at least once to prove that, look, this is the way it should be. But we never saw Jesus receive tithe once. Not any of the apostles who learned from him. So the preachers of today, where are they getting their own from? That's the question we'll be asking them. Where are you getting your own from? Because the order of Melchizedek means, by virtue of what Jesus has done, devoid of works, all of us that believe in the gospel, in the promise of Christ, we have received the life of God. We are now justified by faith. God's promise to Abraham has now been fulfilled. That promise where Abraham was looking for a city whose builder and maker was God. That city today, we have come to that city. We have come to the city of the great king. We have come to the heavenly Jerusalem. We are the ones that constitute that city now. The word city is the word police. It means a people. We are that people that Abraham wanted to be a part of.